Martin Luther King Jr. was a brilliant man who did a lot for African American people, but who also cheated multiple times on his wife, Coretta Scott King Jr. This is a poem from the perspective of one of his mistresses, and it's called Whore. He didn't speak much. This majestic man that led a nation with his words. His gaze was mute. Those big old hands clumsy. So I undressed myself, a congregation of one. God help me. I worshiped that man. And he'd blaspheme his way to climax, then turn his back to me, bereft and gasping. I knew better than to touch or look at him. No, I just lay there, silent as sin, feeling the wall's ears perk up. And part of me was glad that someone, somewhere, bore witness. He didn't like any talk of the movement. That all got hushed up, brushed off like whining mosquitoes. He liked to reminisce, and I liked to listen. He sure knew his way around a story. Man could make me laugh till I choked. And he'd hold me close and tell me all about his childhood days. Now, he always wanted to play dice with the big boys, but he was never allowed. See, those cats paid for money. That was gambling, and gambling was a heathen sport, so he had to learn to amuse himself any old how. He loved to run most of all, playing hide and seek with himself. Damn near quickest feet on the block, too. Could never outrun the lick of his daddy's switch, though. And in summer, he'd lick the smoky sauce from his fingers on cookout days, and his grandma would sneak him extra wings and greasy napkins. He'd hold him in his hot hands, rush to his room to eat him up real fast before his mama caught him. That's me, I thought. I'm a shameful, greasy thing he steals artless mouthfuls of in tiny hotel rooms with cheap sheets that bring me out in a mean old rash. I could have said all this, but I didn't. I just stroke his head, tell him I make a mean gumbo, that I'd make it for him one day. We both knew that day weren't coming anytime this side of never. There's a word folks like to use for women like me. It swallows everything in its bottomless mouth, and his memory will live on in glory, as it ought to. But me, I'll be some dirty, nameless thing, recorded moans in a secret database, evidence that he was just a regular old man. And I, a regular old whore. So be it then. They don't know how he came to me in tears, and I was the only one who could put him back together to fight another day. So in some small and godless way, I was the one who set you all free.
Foi até onde ela mandou, né, Edu? Foi até onde ela mandou o poema, por isso que acabou aquela hora. Levantem suas notas, juradas. Temos um 9.9, 9.9, 9.9, 9.9 e um 10.